Welcome to a new daily top AskReddit video. Today's topic:
how can Americans who are embarrassed and angered by the current USA administration's treatment of a war-torn president show support for Zelensky and Ukraine? You can donate directly to Ukraine here. https://u24.gov.ua/. Not American, donate it anyway. Because fuck Trump, and as a Brit I'm pissed my country hasn't done more to help. We should just unload every fucking storm shadow and artillery piece in existence to Ukraine now and let them rain hellfire all over Russia unrestricted. Big facts. It's in the West's best interest anyways, aside from it being the right thing to do morally. Putin will not stop until he is stopped by some outside force. There are 2 vacant Congress seats in Florida. Republicans have 218 seats. Democrats have 215. If we can gain those 2 seats, we can keep the House gridlocked. Republicans could only risk losing 1 or 2 votes. That's easy to overcome. The seats were filled by Matt Gaetz and Trump's current NSA. The elections are a month from today. This is actually huge. Flipping those 2 seats would straight up paralyze the GOP's nonsense. They'd barely be able to pass gas without losing a vote. Florida peeps, you all gotta show up for this one. Every vote counts. Annoy everyone who will still talk to you after you annoy them and remind them to get registered and/or to vote. And tell them you'll stop annoying them when they vote. Vote the fuckers out in 2 years. Put a solid Democrat Senate, House majority. I am still so pissed at people who sit out elections like they don't matter. Politics doesn't have to be your entire personality, but you fucking live in America, you don't live on the sidelines, you're in the big leagues. Advanced democracy, as it's been described. Fuck you if you sat home, do better next time. A lot of people have been so thoroughly convinced that both sides are bad, and that their votes don't matter, that they sit out and allow the inmates to run the entire circus. It's the end result of decades of propaganda from both internal and external forces in this country, and I can't really blame people for falling for it initially. But man, if the injustices in this world and the looming threat of what Trump was promising to do didn't motivate him to vote, then I have to question that person's moral fiber. Especially the ones who are now trying to carry that both sides bullshit forward to justify themselves. Even if they thought Harris and Trump were cut from the same cloth, why not fucking vote at all the other levels? Local and state elections are arguably more important, and yet every time I'd try to motivate those people to vote it'd be like an entire field of cricket suddenly going silent. I can forgive disenfranchisement to a degree, or having circumstances that prevented someone from voting. What I can't forgive is having the privilege of apathy and then trying to justify it to people who are now going to be hurt by that apathy. I truly don't think we will have legitimate elections going forward. Shouldn't stop us from trying though. If people don't step the fuck up, we won't. You can support Ukraine through St. Javelin and other verified organizations they link to on their website. For example, if you want to help provide tactical medical supplies, you can do it here, https://unitewithukraine.com. What's the difference between this and United 24 site, https://u24.gov.ua/. I wasn't aware of United 24 until today. While the organizations I talked about are legitimate, verified ones, apparently United 24 is the Ukrainian government's official website. Because of that, you might feel more secure donating to them. I'm just more familiar with the St. Javelin affiliated ones since I donated to them back when the invasion started. Actually, I found that I can't donate to Unite with Ukraine easily in the country where I live now, so I might try donating through United 24. Organize yourselves into unions, neighborhood communities, however you can. Create strong groups that can't be ignored, protest, join other groups, make it bigger. Create a national workers' movement and pressure your government by sheer fear of the masses. And if they don't budge, throw them out of the government and install a new one that does. There's a reason why American companies are so afraid of unions. They know how strong they are and how powerful they could be. It's hard, but it's the only way for our lobbyless voices to be heard. The US top institutions were already took over by lobbyists. We can't beat them in a game where rules change according to the wealthy's will. Edit, if you want to help organize and learn about the upcoming protest, fartsparkles_PhD gave a very good suggestion, join our 50,501. The mad scientist also gave a good way to organize, https://www.iww.org/. If you can get 3.5% of America to protest, you have a good chance of changing things. https://www.bbc.co.uk/future/article/20190513-it-only-takes-35-of-people-to-change-the-world. Show up to vote next time. Lol, there's always next time. Until there isn't, there might not be. And we tried to tell people that. But we handed the most powerful government in the world to them, all fucking branches. All we really have are a few judges here and there to slow things down and some governors. Not much left to do but sit and watch this terminally ill country die. Mass protests. If this would happen in Europe, people are in the streets to protest. There have been large protests for the last month. Our city centers are very far apart and our media is not reporting on it. You guys only had approximately 30k people show up last month for the nationwide protest. Out of what, 200 million able-bodied adults? Got to pump those numbers up, son. 1. Donate to Ukraine. 2. Call your representatives to tell them how much you support Ukraine and how you won't vote for a politician who doesn't. Make them nervous for their jobs if they don't support. 3. Volunteer to fight for Ukraine. 4. Hit Trump and Vance in the wallet. Boycott, sure, but if you can do a protest and get a lot of people to physically prevent their businesses and any who support them from having customers, it's a blow. Boycott, sure, but if you can do a protest and get a lot of people to physically prevent their businesses and any who support them from having customers, it's a blow. We need to compile a list of companies to boycott, because there are too many to remember. I already boycott Tesla, Twitter, I refuse to call it X, Chick-fil-A, because they give money to anti-gay groups, Fox News, etc. A list of companies to support would be good too. I noticed that u24.gov.ua displays the names of some of the companies supporting them, but I didn't see a spot that lists them all. ATA, I hadn't previously considered supporting companies that support Ukraine, but I do like to do as much of my shopping at Costco as I can due to their continued use of day programs among other things, and I'm always watching for companies to support who pay fair wages, are unionized, and or offer benefits like health insurance above and beyond what is required of them. Another biggie is Amazon. Jeff Bezos obviously supports the Trump admin and is anti-free press. Ukraine has been accepting donations since the war began 3 years ago. Donate directly to Ukraine. It helps. It feels good. And you can flip off traitor Trump. Tax deductible. Organize. Form local actions groups in your community. Join an existing one. Call your Congress people. Donate directly to Ukraine. There are many ways to lend aid, and each is an important piece to the puzzle. What you shouldn't do is nothing. Edit, removed the word local, used it twice and was redundant. Like others have said, donate to Ukraine. Every bit helps and encourage others to do so too. Revolt and vote the Republicans out. Revolt and throw the Republicans out. Fix that for you. Buy a plane ticket to Kiev, pick up a gun and go fight. The revolution won't be comfortable. It's tempting. They have the heart I wish America did. America had. Check out our 50,501. And also, download the attached 5 Calls app. It makes it insanely easy to contact the correct representatives for your area. They offer background information on all issues, and then scripts that you can use, whether you get a real person on the line or have to leave a voicemail. My use of it has been increasing over the past 2 weeks. 5 calls, be heard. Just went and left voicemails, although unfortunately one of my reps is Bobit, FML. I am just curious, I thought that the people who elected Trump were internationalism. Are they still okay with Trump licking Putin's boot like this? They just want a big strong daddy to hurt the people they don't like. Short answer is yes, long answer is also yes. Well, you see, about 15 years ago, the Kremlin released a photo of shirtless Putin riding a horse, and the Republicans have been jerking off over that photo ever since. You could work really hard and personally bankroll Ukraine. You don't like Trump, the difference is the money we are sending, that's it. You can still send your money. The difference is you can't send my money. Edit, there's roughly 116 million US Ukraine supporters. To match the current level of aid we've sent, they would each need to pay $2,500. This is the cost to continue playing, not win. For this money what you get is continued war, trading lives at 1:1, roughly 2,000 lives per week. It's a funny thing, the difference between some Americans' impression of foreign aid versus reality. A poll came out showing that Americans think the US sends around 25% of our budget to foreign countries. When asked how much would be appropriate, the answers settled around 10%. The reality is, the actual number is less than 1%. Yeah, we have to use that money to give handouts to the wealthy, and give Elon more government contracts. That will definitely benefit us more than sending obsolete military equipment to Ukraine, which in turn provides more job opportunities for manufacturing new weapons to replace them. Can't wait for more layoffs of those lazy workers. This will be great for American defense readiness and economy. Make more posts about it on non-political subs. Go join their army. Zelensky is taking American volunteers. No, not like that. Because outside of Reddit, the majority of us voted to get out of this war. You voted for bending over to a dictator, aligning with Russia and North Korea against all the democracies in the world. Yeah, good luck with that plan. Are you asking what to give to Ukraine? We've already given them $200 billion and it's an endless war with more bodies on each side. What did you propose will be different, or, God forbid, you have a better fix? Call your representatives and urge them to support Ukraine. Tell them how embarrassed you are to have this man as president and you won't vote for them unless they stand up to him. They need to hear that the general population is against him, so they're likelier to speak against him. So many Trump followers in Congress only do so because they think their jobs are on the line.